Good morning, good morning. As I walk in the glory of the nature that I am surrounded with and get blessed to be in, there's so much that has flowed since last night. We have a women's group that we meet, and it's a resiliency thing. So it's a combination. It's growing friendships. It's being there for one another. It's thinking about how we can make a difference in the world for ourselves and for the planet, for others. And we listened to a brilliant video last night, and it's part of the learning through something called the Sovereign's Way. There's many platforms out there that are available to us to extract ourselves from the matrix and begin again. And it was very profound because it was surprisingly focused on personal development, and yet not so surprisingly, because if we want a different world, we need to step into who it is that we really are more in a pure sense than what it is that's been layered upon us. And the word that came up for some reason, I think it was because part of the conversation, that's what it was, part of the conversation that transpired from it all was, I have so much potential. I have so much potential, and I'm hardly stepped into all of it. I can make such a difference in this world. And then, of course, as a woman thinketh, in spaghetti thought, there are many things that happen. And we go into this flow. And the word that really comes up, and has been a lot lately because it's something to process, is codependence, addictions. So more than one word. Codependence, addictions, and the validation. Like when you ask, generally in a group of people, when you ask, what is it that you want? I want to help. What is your dream? I want to help. I want to help. And I think to myself, yeah, okay, so it's our human nature, we want to help. And then when I start to look at it at a deeper level, is how many of us have gained our identity from being in service of others and really not stepping into the place of receiving. And so we're not in a place of infinity or circle. And it can become like an addiction or a codependency where all of our identity is wrapped up in what have I done for someone else today without thinking about that, but becoming that. And as I lived my life in a place of service, and then the last 25 years of being a shiatsu therapist, another form of service, and there's nothing wrong with being in service. I'm not making that wrong at all, because it's fun. The issue is that it becomes our identity. So in the last 2 years, so much has changed and impacted so many people. There's been a loss, I know for me, of identity. What am I left with? And I recognized that when I was living in that space of service, doing my work, that if I'd worked hard enough and changed enough lives, then I felt as though I deserved to put my feet up and have a glass of wine or something else. And it's like, if I'm getting my sense of validation and who it is that I am from taking care of other people, where is my self-love? Where is that place of fullness that I need to be coming from to have that full circle? And I've been on this journey of self-love, and so many things have been amplified as far as the vision is concerned, and what it is that perhaps I've been doing and what it is I'm seeing in the world is always a reflection. What we see in the world is always a reflection of something that most likely is going on within us. And so what I'm really hearing, and it's especially from women, because it is our nature to nurture, and so the helping and service of others stimulates oxytocin, does all these good things. Again, it's not a bad thing to stand in a place of helping others. It is remembering and coming from a place of core and not in the need of helping others to feel valid, to feel that I now qualify to love myself. Do this, get that? No. You are valid. You are more than valid, and you are validated, and you are pre-qualified, and you are a miracle, and I am a miracle, and I am valid. And in everything that I do, in every place that I go, I have an impact. Whether I try and have an impact or I don't, my sense of presence within myself flows out from the center of me. And if I am disregarding self, what is it that I'm projecting? What is it that I'm projecting? And so if I don't feel valid or qualified, and I'm not allowing, I'm not like, I'm in the space of giving, but I'm not in a space of receiving, what am I left with? There's this entrainment that's happened and confusion that's happened, because helping others is an awesome thing. And making a difference in others people's lives is an awesome thing. And there's lines that pop into my brain like, it's better to give than receive. And honestly, it's not. It's fine if you want to look at it that way, but you have to make sure you receive first, because otherwise you're giving from that empty place. And I talk about this a lot. And we can look at our lives and look at what it is that, if we start to look at what it is that we have done in a day and what perspective we've had about things as we've gone through our day, what have we truly done to nurture ourselves? Not this surface stuff, but what have we really done to nurture ourselves, to sit in a place of receivership, to fill our cup so that it runneth over? We have to bring more awareness to that space. For this is the place. Our validity cannot be based on what we've done for others or what difference we believe we've created for the world. Know that you are a miracle, and as we feed, you and me, as we feed our spirit, as we fill our soul, as we practice as receiving and understand and learn to comprehend that we are pre-qualified and that our self-care is of the ultimate importance. Our self-love is of the ultimate importance, so that we can honestly come from a place of kindness. If we're not coming from a place of fullness, what creeps in is so many negative things that we then end up impacting people in a negative way as opposed to a positive one. Because there's this level of expectation that I will be validated by being in service. Well, who's going to validate you? And if we have the expectation that someone else's receivership is our validation, and they don't receive what it is that we have to say, and they don't listen to what it is that we have to say about their life and what they think, what we think they should do, And all of that is that weight that we're carrying. That's not working. It's so beyond important. It's it's not our job to see what it is in others and fix them. The reflection that it is that we're seeing is maybe what we need to bring into ourselves to receive our own message so that we can stand in freedom in that flow. And we will naturally make a difference. We don't have to try to make a difference. Even if we sit in a space of ourselves, energetically and quantum physically, we are reaching far, far out beyond that space. And so, if we need to sit in a space of being by ourselves, know that we have the ability to make a difference at a distance. Because in quantum physics, there is no distance. You are qualified. You are more than qualified. You are loved beyond measure. Begin to receive that love and stand in a place of flow. Remember, you are a miracle. Thanks for listening to Living Your Juiciest Life Ever. Love you lots. Have an amazing day.